It has been quite a reckoning for our country, as the speed of building collapse is not just disheartening, it is downright reckless. Reports reaching us say that just this week, 3 buildings have collapsed, with several lives lost. In this video, we shall discuss the effects, the causes, and how to prevent building collapses. We have quite a lot to run through, so let's dive right in. The effects of building collapses are wide-ranging and they go from personal to financial. I will highlight a few. Number 1, the abrupt loss of lives and property. Number 2, the waste of resources. Number 3, the discouragement of property development, which leads to number 4, scarcity of property and its effects. Now that we know the effects, we shall look at the causes. The causes are usually in 2 forms. There are man-influenced collapses and collapses due to natural forces. For this video, we shall look at man-influenced collapses, and they are listed as follows. Number 1, deficient structural design. Number 2, lack of proper supervision. Number 3, alteration of approved drawings. Number 4, lack of building approved drawings. Number 5, the approval of technically deficient drawings. Number 6, illegal alteration to existing buildings. Number 7, absence of town planning inspection or monitoring of sites. Number 8, client's penchant to cut corners. Number 9, the use of substandard materials. Number 10, inefficient workmanship. Number 11, the use of acidic or salty water. Number 12, the operation of quacks. Number 13, clients over-reliance on contractors for major decisions on site instead of leaning on professionals. And number 14, believe it or not, spiritual attacks or seismic waves. I have my own personal theory though. As a trained architect and building industry professional, the above listed causes are the direct causes of building collapse in Nigeria, but these causes in themselves have an unfortunate precursor. I will break that into 2 main headings. Number 1 is the lethargy and the cumbersome nature of the building approval process. Let us put the intrinsic corruption of our governmental process to one side. The long and painful road between buying land and acquiring a building permit is what makes people cut corners. As we all know, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. But here, to secure a building permit, the roads are fraught with knots, with pits, and with Olympic-sized hurdles. And it's no wonder it is easier to bypass them altogether than it is to conform. The second one is our unrealistic town planning regulations. I'll give an example of the innate foolishness of our dated urban planning regulations in the face of exploding population stats. Say a man buys a plot of land for investment purposes on the Chevron axis of the Lekki Peninsula or at Magodo on the Ibadan corridor. The regulation expects him to build 1 or 2 dwelling units whilst adhering to unrealistic setbacks or airspaces targets. The regulations are so stringent that by the time this real estate property gets on the market, it is too expensive and unmarketable. He builds what is marketable and then releases the palm of some pliable government official, sells his property, and then moves on to the next project. St. Augustine said, an unjust law is no law at all, which means until our laws are reviewed, taking into cognizance the realities of today, citizens will just find ways to circumvent the regulations. Finally, and crucially, we get to the prevention and solution to building collapse in Nigeria. Number 1, improve maintenance culture, which is broken into 3 headers: corrective, preventive, and condition-based. Number 2, building plan approval. Taking into cognizance all that we have said, after the process must have been reviewed vis-a-vis enforcement of these processes, citizens must get building approvals, and then town planning also must supervise the construction of buildings. Number 3, proper soil testing. Number 4, strict adherence to quality materials. Number 5, good design, which involves architectural, structural, and otherwise. And finally, number 6, the right human resource, which involves the enlisting of proper professionals for the right tasks. The bottom line, at the heart of the Nigerian problem is value, or the lack of it thereof. When we begin to place the right value on things, then we will begin to see change and growth. Until then, I fear things will only get worse. For prospective homeowners who are about to embark on the project, if you adhere to these 6 preventive guidelines I just gave, you are sure to avoid collapse whilst saving your own money and securing your investment. If you have questions or comments, please put them in the comment section below and I will get to them. My name is Olawale Iyinolakan and this is Brief Design Workshop Series. Good afternoon.